Welcome back to another replay, guys. I got you a very zany replay today. Lots of funky shit happens in this game, bringing a very fun greenskin build and Dwarf build. Today in this game, we'll see why everybody loves dwarves, and they're clearly too nerfed, and they need to bring back the double limit on Dragon Slayer heroes, because we love dwarves. On Kaiju's end, we have 3 fanatics, 4 night goblin squig hoppers, a normal herd, 2 manglers, skirm archers, and the Arwar mangroves mangy marauders. And this lord actually has Curse of the Bad Moon. We'll get into that pretty soon, on why maybe the Curse of the Bad Moon buff wasn't really so much of a buff, at least for Kaiju over here. He also has Night Shroud. I guess the idea with Night Shroud is that you get stuck and unspottable as you approach the bolt doors. I'm not sure that's really worth the WOM cost, but Kaiju clearly thinks so. Now let's get into it. He's actually on this little chariot here. This chariot has the most dog shit stats in the entire game. It's 1410. Wow, W Goblin. Hey, the new effects are pretty cool though from the Lord of the Wall magic. Over here on the dwarf side, we have a Dragon Slayer. Now, there's some members in the dwarf community trying to say that we should let the Dragon Slayers go back from 1 limit to 2 limit, because clearly they're balanced. Let's see if this game really propitiates that message. We also have Thoric, everybody's favorite dwarf lord. He's not, fuck him. Over here, we have double bolt throwers. We have Brotherhood of Grimnir. We have Bugsman Rangers. I'm sure there's Bugs Woman Rangers in there as well. We have Quarrelers. And Kaiju actually pops the Night Shroud here as well, like I said, so that hopefully his units won't get shot by the bolt throwers. Now, that would be a great idea if he didn't have another Mangler right over here that they could shoot at, so, But luckily, Deca del Duca doesn't seem to be shooting into them. Oh, yeah, his opponent here is Deca del Duca something. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of that name. And Kaiju over here is on the greenskin side. Let's get right into this. Great play, sending the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, eating the Miners of Lightning Charges alive. Doesn't allow them to get their volleys off, because they got their volleys off, they would have clapped these goblins, so really good play. He sends in the Manglers afterward. He casts the Spider of the Bad Moon here, but the Dwarf units pull back, and they go right into the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers. Big friendly fire. Kaiju does not want to be taking that friendly fire. We might see a lot more of that in this game. These miners right off, but oh, nasty, right through the Goblin Fanatics. This is not what Kaiju wants. I would be pissed. Curse of the Bad Moon, why? You're supposed to be cursing the dwarves. Now, I will say, at least he doesn't get the debuff by doing friendly fire, but it's still really bad. Fanatics go down, get some really good value through the Dwarf Warriors over here. Manglers munching up Thoric and some guys over here. Brotherhood of Grimnir fighting the Squig Herd. Squig Herd definitely want that trade. They'll trade up in there. Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, a really nasty Fanatic goes right through Dwarves and Slayers. Over on the other side, we have the Skirmish Cav of Kaiju getting shot out. He brings up some Goblins to hopefully trade into Goblin Slayers. They'll trade up massively there. Mangler Squigs keep pushing in. All the Skirm Cav go over here and routes to the side. And Manglers are coming into the back line. But the Slayers look like they're going to get on the Manglers. But even if the Slayers kill the Manglers will pop up and blow up on their face, so it's not that bad. A big wall comes down. We got a big fight of Black Orcs versus the Brotherhood of Grimnir. In the back line, we got the Skirm Cav diving in. Black Orcs, Brotherhood, fighting their Brotherhood. They get the wall popped. Kaiju should probably pop Unstoppable Charge since they're fighting Brotherhood, which can hit them even through their thing. Manglers getting eaten alive. Forest Goblins. Oh, no, wait. Okay, Kaiju, you should have learned the first time, to be honest, bro. And Fanatics come in doing friendly fire as well. They get some good damage on the doors, but that is a big value loss. 2,000 value, most of it which was from Kaiju hitting his own troops. RIP Kaiju. The Black Orcs are beating the Brotherhood of Grimnir. Really bad for Kaiju. He should have not dived into the back line. Dwarves already have like infinite HP and leadership, so there's not really any point in diving in some shitty-ass Skirmish Cav that has, like, no damage output into them. Manglers rampage into Slayers. Not really what they want, but it looks like most of the Slayers are actually over here attacking this other Manglers, trying to peel off for Thoric, who you can see the nerfs of the Mangler Squigs are hitting hard. If this was previous patch, Thoric would have had his ass munched alive by now, but he's just taking decent damage, so it looks like the Mangler nerfs are actually pretty good. Black Orbs keep chopping away at the Brotherhood of Grimnir. Kaiju definitely should have popped this, though, because Brotherhood of Grimnir has 63 melee attack, plus 15 BVI. So if Kaiju would have popped Unstoppable Choppers, it doesn't matter because the Brotherhood of Grimnir already have really high melee attack. But Kaiju has swarmed the backline. We can see BOP is pretty even, slightly greenskin favored, very slightly. In the backline, we can see all the range units are getting shut down. Bugsman, another Curse of the Bad Moon goes down. Hopefully this one doesn't absolutely hit Kaiju in the butthole this time. It goes through the Bugsman, and oh, it's thinking about hitting the Goblins. Let's see. Okay, it comes over here. No, Fanatic comes down. Very nasty, very fun greenskin game. Just a bunch of... Oh, no! Why? Kaiju, you need to stop casting that, bro. Clearly, you are cursed by the bad moon, Kaiju, because you're hitting 0% of the shots. Kaiju, please don't dive it in. Please, why are you diving it in? Why, Kaiju? There's no point in diving into fucking skirmish camp right now. These guys have high armor and good melee defense. These guys have, what, 13 melee attack, 26 weapon strength? It's not worth it. They're just going to rout off and shatter. You need these guys in the hyper late game to target some Slayers and Dragon Slayers, Kaiju. Black Horse coming in here, cleaning up the last bit of Slayers, chopping away at the Dragon Slayer and Thorek. They actually have Rune of Speed popped right now. Oh yeah, Thorek, by the way, he has Rune of Speed and Rune of Negation. Over on the back line, we have the Squig clearing off a bunch of Dwarf and units that are just routed. We got some rallying Night Goblin Squig Hoppers. We have the final little Dwarf contingent over here. Night Goblin Shaman tries to get a little shots in there. He doesn't really accomplish too much of anything. How much value does he actually have? He has 535. But I bet if friendly fire was taken into account, brother would have like 1,000 value right now. He comes over here. He's going to try to rout out the final little guys. Let's see this charge. Okay, he didn't actually have attack orders, so that charge didn't do any damage. We got a big Goblin Horde. We have some Slayers. But it's pretty much Thorek and this Dragon Slayer at this point. We all know everybody loves a good old Dwarf single entity carry game. But come on, guys. Remember the Dwarf mates who were saying Dragon Slayers were balanced and that we should bring them back to 2? So this is with just one Dragon Slayer and Thorek. Let's see how this game goes, guys. We have the Night Goblin Shaman. He's clearing off some of these Bugsmen, making sure they come off the battlefield. Curse of the Bad Moon comes down. Finally, a Curse of the Bad Moon that has 0% chance of having any friendly fire. And it doesn't really do that much damage. It doesn't go back into the infantry. But the Coilers are pretty low on model count, and Kaiju has plenty of stuff to shut them down. He gets his final little Goblin take on these Dwarf Warriors. I feel like the Dwarf Warriors will still actually win this trade just due to armor and stats, but both sides have pretty low stats from being tired. Night Goblin Shaman chasing off these final little Coilers. Black Orcs, the whole Gobbo Tide, bunch of Goblins coming back. There's Fanatics mixed in there too. Remember, we also have the 8 Peak Loonies. These guys are unbreakable, so the leadership won't matter to them. Okay. Over here, Night Goblin Squig Hoppers are coming over to clear off this Bolt Thrower over here. Night Goblin Shaman successfully routes off the Coilers. Let's see how much damage this charge will do. So this unit has 610 HP. Night Goblin Shaman comes in here, and he just stares at them. Okay, W edging me, Goblin Shaman. I will never take you in a game with your measly 14 and 10 stats. Make that 11 and 10 stats. And by the way, if you guys thought this guy had high mass for being a silent entity, he has 1,000. Literally the lowest chariot mass you can have in this game. Stupid eye unit. He pops Night Shroud for some reason, even though Decadel something was never going to catch him anyways, because he has 77 speed. Now, Kaiju just clears up the last bit of Dwarves. The Dwarves do end up beating that one Goblin over there. And we got a couple Dwarf Warriors coming back over here to fight the single entity Dwarven Doom Stack. We love it. It's our favorite thing. But let's see. Can the Dwarves actually carry this? I mean, this is a lot of Goblins. BOP clearly thinks so. Thorek pops his Rune of Negation. Night Goblin Squig Hoppers get a little bit of damage to the Dragon Slayer. Black Orcs come in. Kaiju needs to pop. He needs to remember Unstoppable Choppers are here. He might not remember because his ability used to be dog shit, with only providing 25% weapon strength, which is not worth it. But at 50%, this ability is definitely worth it. Taco was actually telling me how if you pop this and pretty much run it into almost anything besides low tier chaff, it actually will allow the Black Orcs to get more value. So it's a very good ability now. Black Orcs is exactly what they're going to be fighting. Shrouded Single Entities. Shrouded Single Entities have 40% missile melee defense only from the back. So Thor from the back is only having around like 25 melee defense along with the Dragon Slayer. So they should be getting hits in, even though the Black Orcs only have 28 melee attack because they're exhausted. Kaiju does pop Unstoppable Choppas, 75 weapon strength, very high. You can just see them chopping away, chop, chop, chop. They do got the Choppas out. Night Goblin Fanatics, 8 Peak Loonies coming over here to clean the final little bit of Dwarf Warriors. The Goblin Great Shaman over here is on the side providing that Encourage aura. And normally I would triple speed this, guys, but you guys have to see this, how balanced the Dwarf heroes are. We got over here Thor popping another spell because infinite spell casting is of course a W ability. I'm pretty sure that was Rune of Speed if I had to guess. Yes, so Thor's getting more melee attack. Thorek just dropping down that Thunder Hammer. Little bro thinks he's Thor. You are not Thor. You are not him, little bro. Dragon Slayer twirling on it and doing tricks. Black Orcs actually rout off because I guess they weren't built like that. Some Goblins come over here on the sides to get their leadership back. Okay, so this Goblin, see, this is the problem, right? At this point, BOP heavily in Greenskin favored. I would disagree. Because the problem is, once these goblins get low, they just chain route, right? So they route one after another. We does have some fanatics, though, so they'll have poison and a little bit better stats, I think, than normal goblins. No, they have the same stats. Okay. But it has a chevron from getting a lot of good value into the dwarven lines. Some dwarves rally in the background over here, and we got the fanatics and the goblins also coming back over here. Night Goblin fanatics fully surrounding this hero over here. You can see him just chopping away. The Night Goblin Shaman's providing the encourage buff by standing around. Oh, chop, chop, chop. Thoric over here, another goblin routes. Thoric comes back in. He's going to drop his hammer down. He really does think he's Thor, but he is not Thor. Anything, this brother is Loki playing tricks on it, because why is he so strong? He provides, obviously, perfect Vigor with Room and Hearth on Home, so 45-45, while the goblin units are going to have way lower stats. Night Goblin Shaman here doesn't really know what to do with his life. But finally, we can see the epic charge of the Goblin Chariot. 1,221 HP. He charges in and he gets 100 HP. So he would have had to charge that unit about 10 times to kill that unit. What a W unit, guys. I love my Goblin Shamans with 14 melee attack and 10 melee defense. Absolute peak unit. It does have 30 BVI to give it a little bit of credit. I know I'm kind of shitting on it. Night Goblin AP loonies over here. They're kind of the final real threat, because I feel like once the Dwarf squad over here kills the AP loonies, the goblins are going to chain Terror route. And do you guys really think that the Great Goblin Shaman is beating Thoric or the fucking Dragon Slayer who's anti-large? This Dragon Slayer also has 35 anti-large, because of course it guys does. This is some of the highest BPI in the game on a unit that clearly needs it. Another Spider the Bad Moon. He pops that for the debuff because I'm sure Kaiju figures he only has a few AP loonies, so it won't really do too much of them. But it will be providing the Nasty Curse, minus 30 armor, minus 24 melee defense. In my opinion, Kaiju should have actually had the goblins closer, so as soon as that Curse of the Bad Moon left, he could have sent in the goblins to hopefully finally hit these little Dwarf Hero Squad. Now the Dragon Slayer is getting low. You can see every time the AP loonies are hitting them. The final 4 AP loonies are coming in here. They're getting back shots on them, hitting them with the Shankas. Shank, shank, shank. All the goblins. They actually got some pretty cool animations. I never really looked at the goblins this close before. Nor Thoric either. Oh, Thoric gets a frontal kick right into the Goblin Wolf Chariot. Did he actually get hit by that though? I don't think so. Thoric is whiffing his shots. W Thoric. Ooh, but a nasty hit from the Dragon Slayer comes in, instantly chopping off like 500 weapon strength or HP off of that guy. AP loonies, they're the last one surviving. We got a Goblin Dwarf action. His head gets chopped off. This dwarf is gonna chop off the final one's head. Damn, RIP my brother. The final little bit of goblins come in, and this is looking danger. This BOP is smoking absolute ganja, because it is not accurate to what is happening. I know the Dwarf Heroes are low, but the Dwarf Heroes have high leadership, unlike the Greenskins, which have dog shit leadership. And they also have perfect Vigor. Runa speed goes down again, 24 melee attack, 79 melee attack on the Dragon Slayers. What nerfs? I don't remember that. Great Goblin Shaman comes in. He actually does get a little hit on the Dragon Slayer. He's at 1,000 HP, but he gets a counter shot, but he actually misses. It's a pretty good RNG for Kaiju, I won't lie. Passing Curse of the Bad Moon just provide the debuff, but they run out of the area. A bunch of goblins come back in here and rally. Let's speed up before we get another fight. So the goblins are coming back in here. They run over there. Goblin Slayer keeps coming back over here. Not Goblin Slayer. We hate goblins, but not in this Warhammer setting. In this setting, we hate dwarves. And Dragon Slayer 695. He did get hit by the Great Goblin Shaman. The goblins are hitting their shanks. They're doing everything they can to try to clutch this game back. But Thoric, I mean, we got a giant short man. I mean, this is a short on short violence right here. We got a 5'11 versus a 5'10 brother over here. But the goblin leadership is just getting really low. There's some fanatics mixed in there. But fanatics don't actually have that much more leadership than just a normal goblin. The Lord comes in, hits the Dragon Slayer again. 200, 933, 93, and Dragon Slayer is really low. He's almost paid for himself though. He's already done his job. I'm pretty sure Thoric can clean up the rest of the game. But hey, maybe some of y'all got Great Goblin Shaman on the Wolf Chariot Glazers think that this brother can carry. He should kill the Dragon Slayer with his final charge here. Yup. 1-0 and he dies. Now it is Thoric versus this Great Goblin Shaman on Chariots. Let's see how it goes. Thoric is eyeing his pride. He has the Thunder Ray. He's gonna cast down Mjolnir, pops him in the face, but he does trip on a fucking banana peel. You goddamn idiot. Thoric comes back up though. Rune Negation though, this is really bad. Great Goblin Shaman gonna do way less damage. They're at similar HP pools, but the only problem is the Great Goblin Shaman should be able to hit, because even with 10, he actually has 40 melee attack because Thoric is on foot. But this 120 armor is not something that this guy can really deal with. And as we go, I think the doom bells are ringing for the goblins. Goblins come in, try to attack Thoric, but he's not having none of it. Great Goblin Shaman comes in, looks like he gets a little bit of a hit on Thoric, but I think Thoric is going to get a hit real soon. Great Goblin Shaman really wants to route, 642 HP, and it looks like he's going to route without even getting attacked. BOP swings like Drake, and the game is over. You know, I think that game clearly showed that Dwarves need a buff, man. I think if the Dwarf player had 2 Dragon Slayers, I think it'd be more fair and balanced. I don't think it was really fair that the Dwarves had to struggle that much. I think the fact that he had to even cast Rune of Negation infinitely, because Dwarves have an infinitely casting WOM spells, so they can just cast till the end of the game, it's really balanced. So let's get into the replay. I was lying. Fuck the Dwarves, fuck the Dowie, fuck the Dragon Slayers. We are never getting the Dragon Slayers back to 2 of them. That shit is so toxic. These brothers took nerf. -5 on their stats. Plus 100 gold. 700 gold on these Dragon Slayers. And he's still paying for some. Fuck the Dowie. Most uninteractive piece of shit units ever. Try drinking some milk and getting up to 6 feet, you little brats. Now, let's look at the Dwarf value. 853, 1379. Oh, but Thoric didn't even... Shut the hell up! You goddamn know well that Thoric carried that game with this stupid Dowie ass. There's no reason Greenskins should have lost that. But again, we just have Dowie being Dowie. Dwarf Warriors 407, 597, 530, 126, 739, 646, 922, 1179. Quarler 409, 503, 379. Bolthor 163, 215. The big squig is over here, Manglers, 975 and 910. It does look like the Mangler squig nerfs are pretty good because they about paid for themselves, but they were fighting their ideal unit, so I think maybe Mangler squigs could get a tiny buff, but overall pretty good value on the Manglers. Night Goblin Hoppers, 116. All the Kaiju's cav, we see he got reverse uno'd by the Curse of the Bad Moon. RIP to Kaiju. Bro, please do not go gambling ever. It is not going to work out. We have the Night Goblin Squig Hopper, 322, 406, 278, 444. The big Black Orcs have 1697. Really good. That Unstoppable Chop is clearly helping out their value. They got way better value than the Brotherhood of Grimnir. Honestly, I thought the Brotherhood of Grimnir would have beat them, and I'm honestly pretty shocked the Black Orcs beat them. So we have the Fanatics over here, 1157, crazy value, 1464, crazy value, 1,000 value. So Fanatics all went crazy, tore through the Dwarf lines. They also tore through their own lines a little bit, but hey, it comes with the Greenskin way. Gobos all got okay value. This guy did pretty good. And the Great Goblin Shaman guys, 825. But I'm sure if we factored in all the friendly fire, brother would have 1,500 value. So yeah, Dwarves coming in with another carry. Absolute peak faction design. I love when you go AFK, and my unit's better than yours because I don't have quote-unquote spells, even though I have rune magic and I have spell resistance. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully we get the Dwarf nerfs. Hey, fuck you Dwarves. You're never getting your second Dwarf Slayer hero. Peace out. I'll see you all next time.